Welcome to Bogside Chats, where we're talking everything DeFi Kingdoms and keeping it casual. My name is Matty Pesk. As always, I'm joined by Franz and Guy Kid. Boys, how we doing?
Oh, cut that. Why don't you try it again?
Yeah, I need to try it again.
You're putting me
more
asleep here.
energy. More energy.
I'm
please.
sorry. It is 9 p.m., 11/22, November 22nd. I tested positive for COVID
Whoa.
like 5 hours ago, so
Can we
I'm gonna
catch
be
it
low.
through?
I think you can catch it through podcast, actually.
Shit.
All right. I'm going off camera.
That was not planned, but it was great
So
time.
my energy's
Not
gonna be
rehearsed.
low, so you guys gotta help with the energy there because I'm kind of drained.
All right,
But,
you want me to try it?
Should we call in the intern? Looks like the intern's here.
Yeah, put him
Intern,
in.
get on stream.
No, I don't know if he can handle it. Anyways, we are very excited to be doing a cast tonight. This is our kickoff sort of series. Is series a good way to describe it?
Sure. Yeah.
Of DFK Fight Night or Fight Club Fight Night, or what is it called?
Fight night.
Just fight night.
Just Fight Night, where
We don't talk about anything else. They know
we're
it's
gonna
Fight
highlight
Club.
Fight Club, and we're gonna have some matches, maybe some specific. Look at some specific classes and stuff like that. I'm very excited. We're gonna have a guest on a little bit later. If you were on Twitter, you would have seen it's gonna be everybody's favorite, Crypto Grady. Hopefully he'll come on a little bit later. Yeah. He'll come on. I hope maybe we'll get some matches in with him. We can talk. I know he's been talking a lot about Fight Club lately, so it would be good to talk about that. We're also going to talk a little bit about some news. Obviously, like we've talked about it, a million times about Gen Zeros. Now that, I'm a Gen Zero holder, it's like a big deal,
Technically not yet.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know when it's going to happen. But also some other cool stuff was the team. We got some info from Wisdom Studios. They tweeted out some cool stuff about one of the classes.
You want to pull it up?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
I should have gotten ready before I said that.
Probably. Also, some other quick notes that the AMA is going to be tomorrow because of Thanksgiving, so they pushed that up. So that'll be tomorrow, which would be cool. And then there was one other note I thought that I had, and now I'm forgetting it.
Gen Zero raffle tomorrow. For
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, the Gen Zero
and puzzle pieces. What the hell are puzzle pieces?
I'm gonna need help on.
I hope Grady knows the puzzle pieces because I don't think any of us do.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that. All right. Well, I hinted at it, and now we can officially welcome him.
Yeah.
Very excited to have him on the Bogside.
Let's go. There's the energy that we're lacking.
Yes.
Crypto Grady.
What's up, guys?
Grady, how are you, man?
I am loving Fight Club tickets right now. I'm just eating it alive.
You've been crushing it with the AI matches. I've been watching
so we're gonna do a lot of Fight Club stuff on the stream, but let's get some of these notes out early. We had this little tweet from the Wisdom Studio guys with going through this Paladin move. Very cool. I mean, what do you guys think of this? I thought it was sweet. It sounds like exactly what you're looking for in a Paladin, that taunt ability,
Animation's really cool. His the non-sword hand gets a little funky if you look at that. I don't know if I could zoom
shaking a little bit.
That's overanalyzing.
Look at that thing. It looks like I know it's pixel art, but I'm just saying. It looks a little weird.
Awesome. How dare you?
No, but it's cool. They gave us a few hints here, right? So
yeah,
it's clearly taunt. I mean, that's a move Paladin should have, but range 3, right? So that's going to affect all 3 of the.
So, question.
Well, I don't know what that means though.
What does range 3 mean?
Yeah.
Is the match like a Fight Club where it's front, mid, and back, or is it almost the Team Tactics type map that everyone's got tiles and you position your heroes across the tiles?
I feel like that seems a little advanced. I don't know. I mean, that would be cool.
It could be easy. It could be something easy like it's 6x6, and every block, you can assign your heroes on either side, and then you fight. It could be real simple like that. I don't know.
But it is going to be turn-based, and in Team Fight Tactics, to me, seems like more of a
like auto battler. I know.
Yeah. Right.
Well, so Team Fight Tactics wasn't the right example. Then there's what are the turn-based games that have that same kind of setup?
Final Fantasy Tactics is more what you're talking about. That one had a board, and you placed your guys, and their moves had range and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Grady, did you see this tweet? What are you thinking about
I
it?
did. I love
Other
it.
than Franz's complaints, I don't think this is just all
Oh,
good news.
complaint, constructive criticism.
Well, and Pervy Sage, right? Workhorse, baby.
Oh yeah.
That's Naruto. If you guys know Naruto, Pervy Sage, he was in the chat last night. And he's so stoked. I was on yesterday with Ogre.
Right.
And he jumped in. He'll
Nice.
always see Pervy Sage in my heart. And my favorite Naruto guy. Anyways, so all the stuff that he and Ogre said about the team, just all the more it solidifies how bullish I am on the project overall. And he, did you guys know that he's actually one of the founders of Wisdom Gaming? I didn't know that.
So
I didn't know.
I think it was either Franz or maybe Guy must have been watching your stream, because they texted me and said, like, did you know he founded Wisdom? And I was like,
Yeah.
I
Did
didn't
he
know
found
that.
Wisdom Game, or is he one of the founders of Wisdom Labs that's working on the PvP? You know what I mean?
Right.
Well,
we'll have to ask him on November 30th, right?
Yeah, I'm
we'll
pretty
get him.
sure. I'm pretty
get
sure.
him.
He said he was a co-founder of the whole company.
Oh, wow.
Because I expounded. I was like, what? I didn't know
That's
that.
very cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. So super bullish on what they're doing. He's so excited to get it out there, I think. And so he seems to think that the community is going to be pumped when it comes. I love it.
Well, Grady, you had the infamous, or not infamous, I don't know why I'd say that, the famous Frisky Fox on with you, and he said Q1, right?
Yes.
So we're getting
That's
close.
his estimation. That's right.
Yeah.
He's
I mean,
hoping-
and that'll probably be pushed back. Everything gets pushed back, but like I like that they're going that close with, saying it. It's awesome.
Right. Which actually might mean, because they're so conservative now, more and more, especially after this, they'll be even more conservative with their timelines. And so, like what we saw with the C-Jewel, remember, he was like, they didn't want to give a guarantee when it was coming out, but he hinted that it was going to come out real, like, sooner than we even think.
Right.
And then that same day, boom, it hit. But he had said, like, maybe within the next week.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was the AMA. I forget what AMA it was, but he was like, it's going to be a non-normal release. Like, we'll just release it when it's ready. And it was literally that day, a little bit later. Like, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love you guys. You guys are killing it on your Fight Club.
Thank you.
Your Fight Club series is just so on point. I love it. Great job.
Yeah, we got to get a few more of those heroes out. We got busy and stopped making them.
We got through most of the classes, or not most.
Yeah, there are a few more. We were holding off on Ninja and Summoner because of the changes, but those are out now, so we can get on those. So
right, yeah. So let's sort of get into it. Grady, I know we've been seeing you on there playing a lot of matches. What before we get real detailed into playing some, but just in general when you're doing it, what are your favorite classes? What do you like playing?
Okay, I was playing around with it, and it surprised me. Okay, I've kind of got the perfect team for AI, because now I understand how AI is, and and it's like basically my 3 best heroes essentially. So, but it works out because I've got the level 16 Thief, Legendary, Perilous Journey, Beast. Okay, and that's always an
level
obvious
16.
Yes. And then I've got a level 12 Mythic Perilous Journey Archer, who's super jacked, like for being level 12 too.
Nice.
And then I've had another thief, a rare level 14 thief, and so I put my Beast Thief right up front, and then my other thief, in the mid. And so one thing with AI is they're gonna interrupt you like crazy. I think it's got to know, like, that's part of it. As you level up your ranking within Fight Club, which they have on there, as you do that, the only real way it can, I think, improve the AI right now is by interrupting the crap out of you. So it'll just interrupt you like crazy. And so that's something to consider, but it's easy to predict. AI is easy to predict that when the front hero is low on health and the back 2 are solid with health, either one, for sure at some point, without question, 100% of the time, it's gonna switch. And so, right. And so also where it needs work, I guess you could say. And I know Tylus is
No,
making,
and he is working on it, so feel free to say, and he's not going to be offended by that.
yes, I know.
hope at least.
Right. He's going to update this and fix this, I'm sure. So this will probably change. But things like if there's a paladin up there, he'll be using chivalry right away, and like
Mhm.
it doesn't help. It
Yeah, we
actually
talked
hurts
about
his
that
team.
tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
Well, I did have a quick question, and Franz might know this better. So there's the ELO, like you get a ranking
Mhm.
when you as the player faces off against the AI, but then the AI also has a ranking as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I put out a little something about the ELO. That was more just like get something out there because we were getting the question a lot, but I do want to build on that. And one thing that I wanted to add, because Grady, I was listening to your stream with Ogre, and he asked the question, does the ELO affect your AI, or does your AI and your playing yourself affect the ELO? They are separate. So
Okay.
they both run off the ELO, but they are separate
Right.
there.
It's two different rankings basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Grady was talking about how the AI has improved. I just looked at the heavyweight leaderboards, and you're number one up there with an ELO of 1872,
I love it.
above
Yeah, I'm getting
Pawpaw,
like
who
3
has a
points
level
every
20
time
dread.
now or something.
Yeah.
So all right. So then my question is, as that AI ranking goes up, does the AI get smarter? Question mark.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yep, it does. And it just gets
Interesting.
smarter at interrupting. So you just have to start using some more fierce attacks, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you throw some fierce attacks in there, it won't interrupt you every time. And my guy is such a beast up there. It's like awesome anyways. So, but here's where the thieves come in awesome, is that backstab pulls them right back. So they switch, pulls them back, double the power. Plus, if you've used a Viper Strike, you can compound those, and then boom, toast, easy win.
So I'm writing down the swapping thing.
Yes, I've lost one match. Somebody, I forgot who now. I was thinking maybe it's Okel, but Okel's got a level 20 summoner. Somebody's got a level 20 Dread Knight. And
I think that's Pawpaw.
I think it's Pawpaw.
That's right. And then someone also has a level 20 monk. That's tough, but I beat him usually. And so
that's wild.
So that's how you can it's gonna be different for me because I'm so used to playing AI. I can practically play to my sleep now.
Right.
And I love it. Someone said on the chat, Grady's making tickets for all of us. I love it. Right?
Yep.
So
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
But
I love
to
the
get
game.
into the No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's all. You go.
Yeah, no. So to get into the talk about the AI, and you were saying, it's a little predictable. It's a lot easier. So it's something that Tylus is aware of, and he's been looking at a lot at improving the AI. I think his focus up till now was like, hey, get everything up and running, right? Get these raffle tickets to work, all that. Now that's running pretty smoothly, he's focusing a little more on the AI, and something that he was mentioning today was maybe the idea of having the AI be a little more customizable, right? So if you're building the team, having a setting where it's like, I want my AI to attack more. I want my AI to use skills a lot more, or to be a heavy interrupter.
You know what that sounds a lot like? Sounds like the Gambit system.
There we go.
Yep. And so Tylus, shout out to Tylus Konex, right? He is phenomenal. He hasn't made any money up to this point in the game. So now he's starting to, I'm hoping he gets a little kickback, right, from the crystal.
Yeah, so basically we're able to buy the raffle tickets at a wholesale rate.
Yes.
So there's margin in there that a good chunk of it goes to Tylus, which is great. And which is going to allow him to focus on optimizing and building out this game.
Yep. And so the man's building, and I'm expecting it any day. That's why I keep playing. I'm wondering, like, if I hit a new level, is something going to change up? And I think I'm kind of tapped out as far as.
Well, there is stuff I can tell you this. This isn't. I think we kind of hinted at it before, but we can kind of officially say it now. We're working on it. It's not finished yet, but there is going to be sort of like a seasons that's gonna happen. So while if you have that top ranking after whatever the season is, I think we're looking at a month. There'll be some prizes and some payout there. and then also some like kind of this I don't know is further out, but Franz and Geiky could help me on it of like guild rivalry matchups, or guild leagues. I think is in the works too.
I love it.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah,
we've
there's
got
definitely
these
some,
tournaments that we're
stuff.
doing like once a month, but we want to figure out how to get more PvP and mixed into just routine. So we're going to start doing these fight night things once a week. That'll be, hey, we'll kick off with a stream, but then it's just get people in the battle rooms and get people playing. And Tylus has gone back and forth of like, do we want to be able to PvP for Crystal, which creates an interesting dynamic of like, we don't want a hostile chat. We don't want a hostile Discord, but like if people are playing for fun, 100% support that. Like starting to play for Crystal creates an interesting dynamic, especially if you're in the same Discord room as a person versus in duels that they're kind of behind the AI screen, if you will.
Yeah. Also, he's as far as like further developments, we've mentioned dungeons. The idea of a dungeon key being a drop from the AI matches, not always get dropped, but there's a chance for a dungeon key drop, and that unlocks that dungeon for you, and then guilds having control of specific dungeons so that they can arrange the kind of defenses how they want, right? You might put their hardest team up front, take a lot of damage off the team early. They might save that for the end when the team going through the dungeon is maybe weaker. So there's going to be a lot of fun stuff to bring guilds into it. And we've been talking about for a while that we want to do kind of a guild focused tournament. We're not there yet. We're still kind of working through the best way to do it, but at some point, definitely.
I love it.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
So great. Keep going. Keep doing it. You'll get paid out later is what we're saying.
Yeah, I've been tempted to stampot my level 14 thief and because he's a little weak for being level 14. Right. But man, so I've got all the speed as well because my archer is in the back, and then he comes up. I've got all the meter built up because both his moves are 0 meter. He's got the Viper Strike, which only does 20 damage, but then it stacks. And I think for 3 or 4 rounds, it adds 10 damage on top of the damage. So of both moves too, not just the attack move, but also whatever move you've potentially done. So potentially like extra 20 damage every round.
Right, because that's what the
yeah. And
but
so
that brings up an interesting idea in general. So that guy you said is level 14. So the way the weight classes work, that is the cap for the light heavyweight.
Okay.
So I recently had a similar question. Not as the same stakes as yours. I leveled up my level 4. I had a leggy pirate that I leveled up to level 5, and I was kind of upset because now he's leveled up. He can't be part of that lightweight. So when you're looking at your level 14, you got to consider too, if you do level him up, he's off of the light heavyweight.
Yeah, that's a good thought. But probably the ideal situation there for light heavyweight is going to be a 10-10-12 or no 10-10-8.
Yeah, we talked about that. I think that's pretty much the assumed. That'd be your best bet there.
But I mean, you could just kind of forgo that third hero, right? If you can do a 14, a 13, and a 1. If you're confident enough in 2 of them.
Yeah.
I would love to see that matchup.
Maybe you put a midline that just is going to use skills until it dies. And
hope that they don't have a knight or a dragoon.
Well, I mean, at level 13, at that point, even like Kai Blast is, 600 damage is a lot. But I mean, those guys are going to be doing a huge hits on their regular attacks,
Right.
Yeah. Kai Blast is another one. Somebody's got a team full of a bunch of monks. And that one scares me a little bit because that's 600 damage, man.
Right.
Yeah, could turn a battle, especially if you're not interrupting a lot. So I find it hard to interrupt the AIs because I feel like so much of the interrupt is reading your opponent. It's like that,
Right.
you know, I know Grady, you're a poker player. It's that
Yep.
that poker mindset, right? And with the AI, there's just no way to do that. So I just kind of forgo it altogether.
Right.
But yeah, they sometimes sneak one in that it's like, oh, that changes things, you know?
Yeah, and they don't do, like, when there's a Dark Knight in there, they don't optimize. Like, it will do the Dark Pact, right, and then it'll switch to the back.
Yeah.
And so stuff like that, you know. So once Tylus kind of tweaks that, look out. That'll be interesting. I'm excited to see kind of how the AI progresses. I love the model of the whole thing. And the raffle tickets is less, you know, than duels, but it makes sense to me. It all makes sense. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a question from Sir Worm in the chat. When are level ups registered in your Wallet Heroes? So they register when you go back and adjust that team. So it could that level 14 or whatever was Thief, I think you said, Grady.
Yeah.
So if that was level 13, you want to keep it there. Just don't go back and adjust that team, and it can stay there. Maybe we should look into once a month or once every 2 months, kind of doing a refresh of everybody's, so that people can't like really game the system that way.
Yeah, I think
But
that'd
for
be a
now-
great thing to tie into the seasons.
Wait,
Yeah.
do they stay? So you're saying, wait, so go back to the question prior to that one.
I missed that.
Darrow Evil, which is basically the same question. What happens when your AI team, when somebody in your AI team levels up?
Right. So it won't affect the AI team until you go back and change that team.
It will remain a level 3.
Yeah, it pulls again from the blockchain at that point, and it'll show you, hey, this team is now midweight and not.
But if you don't touch
lightweight.
it just stays there as in its old mode,
which is nice, right?
Yeah,
so I could even, because I didn't change some of my lightweight tournament guys. I could probably just reuse those, even though for sure they've leveled up by now.
Right.
In the last tournament. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as long as you leave it loaded up there, it will stay in the class that it was assigned to.
Yeah. So we were talking a little bit before about, or I think tournaments were mentioned, but we are ready to announce the next tournaments.
Ooh,
we should be going live. Guy, you were talking with Nindorf about this. Are we thinking tonight with the registration?
We're like 98% done with website updates, so
we're putting the pressure on them and saying tonight. We'll see if that's right. But yeah, so let me share my screen here. We're not going to read through all of it, but just so that you guys see. So we're going to have 2. The first one.
Weren't we going to adjust entry fee?
Shit, you're right. So we're going to 25 crystal for the baby cup. Doing it live.
Just the 1 to a 2.
So we're looking to start both tournaments Monday, December 5th. The baby cup is going to be how it usually is. Here's the important thing here. Dread Knight primary, Dread Knight sub, Dragoon sub, and Sage sub are all banned.
Wow.
Okay.
And each team is limited to 1 elite class hero at a time, Dragoon or Sage. You can have both in your roster of 6. Can't have both on the field at the same time. And the reason that we did that with the subclass, a few people in the last tournament, in the lightweight tournament, had that Sage sub, and it puts you right back in that position when you're facing that team of having to guess turn 1. It's midline, front line. Lightning strike could be coming from either, and if you guess wrong, you're put behind the 8 ball really early.
Yeah.
It just didn't seem like a competitive kind of play. It seemed
you're starting with RNG right out of the gate, and a Sage Lightning Strike will bring you 90 damage plus the auto attack right after it. Your hero is probably going to die first turn.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that pouring, or guys like that's going to find a Sage subclass.
Right.
Yeah. And a few people had last time AP that one had it.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how he finds his perfect teams. How does he do it?
He does.
And so I played him out of the blue when I was playing AI and just playing a little bit ago. He hits me up, hey, you want to play? And he's got, because I told him like what I was doing, because he was asking, saying he's scared to do heavyweight against AI.
Sure.
And I'm like, nah, it's a breeze. And I told him like my team structure. And so, of course, what does he do? He formulates the perfect team. My team. He's got his beefed up Dreddy with a beefed up Berserker. And Berserker can increase the damage to the front guy.
Battle Cry. Yep.
Yeah, Battle Cry plus
Rancor is the other one it has.
Yeah, Battle Cry plus the dreads. It's not overbearing.
Not overpowered. It's the,
Invoke Despair.
Invoke Despair. And he got those off a couple times. And I'm sitting here with my little given 20 damage Viper strike. Yeah, he
not doing anything.
That's right.
Yeah, so pulling up a comment from Darrow Evil. So I can create a Baby Cup AI team now and I could level it up. I should just not change anything in the Baby Cup AI. So that's right. That strategy won't last forever because eventually if you make a change or if we kind of decide to down the road reset it, things will, it'll go to the levels that you have now. But yeah, for now, that's definitely something you could do. And we got Sergeant Filthy McNasty in the house. Hey, Sarge, how you doing?
What's up, baby?
Question from Delay. Is elite sub legal if you have no elite main class? That's a good question. No. We're going to still go with no. It's just cleaner. But that's something to think about in the future, maybe.
Oh, so
what's up,
right,
Bob? Nothing here, too. How you doing? Go ahead.
That implies that it would be... So you have no Dragoon or Sage in your lineup, but you do have one hero with a Sage subclass, was that question, right?
Yeah.
We're still going to say no to that.
What do you guys think?
If Delay has a Sage sub, I will call it the Delay rule and allow it this tournament.
Just for Delay?
If she doesn't have one and she's theorizing, I'd say don't allow it.
Yeah.
Because
I would say
pretty easy.
I would say just say one Sage or Dragoon main or subclass.
Yeah.
Just
that's an interesting way to put that.
Yeah. All right, I want to think about it a little bit once I'm off air and not being watched by
make the call.
15 people. But
I mean, the question is a Dark Knight Sage going to be too overpowered?
Right. And that's the debate exactly of like.
I see.
You've just got a hero that's
okay. Or honestly,
a
summoner Sage right now because Summoner was revamped.
Mm-hmm.
That could be.
It is an additional kind of advantage to have the Sage move along with the primary moves.
Correct.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah, I think we're gonna keep it banned, but I'll think about it.
Everyone, he'll think about it.
Yeah,
I love you guys. This is my first time on with you guys.
Yeah, honestly, it shouldn't have taken this long.
Yeah.
So yeah, pumped to have you here.
I know, man.
And I think this next tournament is going to be more your speed. I'm sorry that you have a level 14 thief because
I have the level 16.
We are doing.
Yeah.
Just update that real quick. Somebody saw that. So we're calling them Whale Wars right now. If someone has a better name,
that's perfect.
Let me know. It's going to be 100 crystal entry fee, just to maybe incentivize those larger wallets a little bit more. I don't think 15 crystal really does much for them. But it's going to be, we're going outside the weight class system a little bit, just so that we don't have, just because there are so few heroes out there above level 15 or like at level 20 per se, that if we just allowed anything, it may not make for a very interesting tournament, right? So we want
to have that level 20 dread that just runs through everything.
Right. I feel like 13 is a good enough number where you have to stand pot to get to 13, but a level 11, a level 12 can still compete. Like, I don't think I'm going to have any level 13s. I'm going to have probably level 12s across the board, but I'm still confident I can compete at least a little bit in that kind of format. So, and the only kind of restriction here is one Dread Knight per team out on the field.
So wait, quick question I got to ask here. So level 13 is the individual level of the hero, and that's capped.
You can have a combined level of 39. Right. You could have a 13, 13, 13.
Interesting.
Correct. No cap on the team, just 13 for each hero.
This is big boys. Big boys fighting here.
Yeah, we hope so. So yeah, it's going to be good. We're aiming for 64 in the Baby Cup, The heavyweight would love to get to 64 there too, but if that's a little bit smaller, I think that's okay. I think that makes sense, right?
Yeah, I picture a
How many-
16 or 32 person bracket for the Whale Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I plan on doing both, right? A lot of
Yeah,
people
I'll
do
be
both.
in both.
Sure.
I will not be in the big one.
I mean, I've seen your heroes. I'm about to use one of your heroes in a fight with Guy Kid, so we could show off some of the
That's so
poison
rude.
stuff. But your one of your Dark Knights is in there that I have on a bot account for you. Yeah, so should we hop into that? We're planning on Guy and
let's do
I
it.
have some teams set up that have some
Yeah.
ninjas and some
So
thieves.
right before we go there, how do people register for this? And I can ask myself.
Great
For the
question.
tournament, right? So it is going to be on the ADFK site again. It is going to be a little bit easier this time. I know there were some issues last time. That was definitely an alpha test. I heard this is how Raph described it when he was on Intergrove the other night. Check that out if you haven't. But this is going to be more of a beta. So we're still not
Call it
fully there.
Alpha 2.0. We're not quite
Yeah,
there yet.
We're not fully there, but it's going to be a lot better. We were doing some testing with Nindorf the other night, and yeah, as Sergeant says, Matty, you're a whale now with the Gen Zero. Get into the
Ridiculous.
get in there. Grady, he won it with like 4 or 5 tickets.
No,
I know.
say
No,
that to him.
9, right? 9?
Yeah, 9 summons, 10 tickets. Yeah.
It's kind of bullshit if you ask me. I don't know.
Well, no, if
I'm
anybody,
not salty,
I don't want to
but-
say. I have, you know.
Oh, believe me, I'm a little salty. Hey,
Yeah.
get this. This is the craziest one that I've heard. And there might be a crazier one out there, but Zabu, who is in the chat, baby. Zabu with 4 tickets
No.
on these regular summons raffle. I
wild.
love it.
In the regular summons one too,
In
and
the
there were
regular-
more regular summons, right?
Oh man, there was a zillion tickets for regular summons, whereas the dark summons, there wasn't nearly as many tickets. And
Right.
so his chances were a fraction of a percent to get one, and he got it. Couldn't ask for a better guy either. I love it.
Unreal. We got the interns throwing some shade at you. That's pretty much all he's good for around here. So, he's got to earn college credit somehow.
Did you see Worm's comment? I'm like 90% sure what the answer is, but
What's this?
Summoner's Overload skill.
Summer's own skill eliminate just his or her cooldown. Just his or her. Yeah, not the whole team's. That would be a little too OP. But yeah, I haven't really tried out the summoner yet. I saw it a little bit. I played an AI team that had it. The chain lightning, it still seemed a little. I was playing light heavyweight, so it still seemed a little weak. But I'm excited to, as I think was it Bob Nothing that said it. Yeah, so I'm excited to see it in the Baby Cup. Yeah, I definitely like spreading out the damage in the Baby Cup, especially if you have an aimed shot that you're using.
Right.
We talk a lot about being just over 140 health. That's a way to kind of tag that midline a little bit more. Cool. So should we hop into this first game, and then Grady, if you want to play some games, we were thinking like we'd see who in the chat wants to come up. Maybe we could have them play you, and if they beat you, they're gonna get a free entry to the Baby Cup tournament.
Oh,
so pressure's on.
Yeah, I've got my beast team ready to go. So
all right,
so we're gonna make you play a different weight class.
Where's Corey? And
yeah, no heavyweight for you. We need you to play a different weight class.
Okay.
All right, cool. And while we're playing, Maddie, decide how we're gonna pick who plays, because I don't think we talked about that.
Random. I don't know.
Cool. Good start. You've workshopped that.
Why don't you? We were think tanking your lore. Maybe you do some kind of lore trivia based on.
But the lore's not out yet.
Yeah,
Well, it doesn't have to be Fight Club lore. Like, come up with some D&D lore or something.
What? That's
Is that how it works?
All right, let's get to the match.
You don't know what you're talking about.
How are we doing this? So,
It's
Guy,
words.
you're gonna share screen.
Sure.
I love this, guys. I love it. All the people in the
Do
chat.
it.
Oh, did you already invite me?
I did.
What's the
I'm ready.
What's lifetime here? Guy versus Franz.
It's very even.
Really?
I've gotten him in the, I think, tournament win-loss. I think I have them 1-0.
Yeah.
But overall, we
We're
think
pretty
it's
even.
pretty even.
You early days, you mopped the floor with me. And
Yeah,
I feel
then
like
you
I
learned
made
what
a
you were
comeback in the
doing,
middle.
and I was not happy about that.
All right. So what do you have for a setup? You've got Dark Knight Thief, Ninja. You snuck
can
that
you zoom in
Ninja.
anymore or no?
Did you end up buying that Ninja? Is
No,
that the No, that's not
No,
the
no.
Leggy. It looks like
no.
him though.
It's a common Ninja with 2 advanced that I got for like 40 crystal back in the day. I was super pumped when it was like right when we were learning about advanced abilities.
So back when Jewel was like $15, Franz found this legendary ninja that just like all the cosmetics were just so perfect. Of like it had those bright wings, it had the black suit with the red lining. I think he had red hair too.
Ooh.
He was trying to talk himself into buying it.
Yeah, guys. So, but before we continue talking here, you remember you said that you were gonna let me go first, so I didn't see what your move was there.
Oh, did you see what I did?
Not gonna interrupt you, but I kind of wanna.
Well, we said we wanted to test poison, so
We're trading poison in round 1 here.
Yeah. All right. So
can you make the
we
screen,
both poisoned each other?
the video big at least? Like fill the screen with it? Can you do that?
How do I do that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can talk through the. Jeez, first time doing this, so no.
Yeah,
so
if you click the video, there is a spot where you can make it full screen.
Yeah, go to the video and there you go.
Yeah,
all right, wait.
So I gotta do it.
Start the video over. Let's watch it here.
There we go. So exciting.
Right, so I Viper striked.
Oh, so he did add a little marker.
Yeah, Drift Basker's my guy.
So what level are these guys? Are these beefed up dudes?
They're like level 8s and 9s.
So yeah, he's got an 8, 8, 11. I've got a 9, 7, 10.
Nice.
So we just wanted to make sure that we got the ninjas and the thieves in there.
Update thrown in. You can see both of our heroes are poisoned. They got that little poison cloud over them, which is interesting.
Yeah, he just added that tonight.
Yeah.
And so what's up with the ninja? Like, what was the upgrade with that? What does he do again?
Yeah, so miasma bomb. So we might have to do another turn quick.
France, you got to get him moving.
Yeah, you got to.
Sorry, go for it.
You're probably going to interrupt that, aren't you?
No, I didn't.
No. All right, so I threw a fireball in. So that actually stacks really well with the poison. Because now my fireball goes from 40 damage to 50 damage. It has that extra 10 that stacks on top of the poison.
Nice.
Yeah, so, and one thing that he did add, if you go to the actual kind of description of the turn, so at first it was just kind of including the poison damage, and I said to Taos, I was like, hey, I don't think poison damage is working, right? Because it wasn't saying it, but he was just including it in there. It was being applied, but he did take that out and kind of show like poisoned minus 10 HP. So it's a little bit easier to kind of follow along there now.
Yeah.
So, but the thing about poison, right? It's not burn hits you every turn when you're in the front line. Burn hits you every turn, no matter what happens. Poison is only when that character that's poisoned is interacted with, right?
Right.
So either by being attacked or by being healed, that poison damage will come off. So, you know, you move it to the midline, maybe it doesn't get attacked as much, but if an aim shot hits you, it will still apply that poison damage.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yep. So I swapped. Now my paladin's now poisoned, and you'll see my thief's not taking any damage, so he's not going to take any poison damage because there's no regular damage hitting him.
And but does he keep that effect tag the whole rest of the battle, or just for how many?
Poison is a finite number of turns.
Okay.
So you can see my paladin's now poisoned for 3 turns.
No, so miasma goes on 3 turns.
Yep.
But the poison stays on the whole match, or no?
We'll find out. I think
no,
it drops off.
it says here, Nolly Drift Basker, my Dark Knight is no longer poisoned. Okay.
I think it's 4 rounds, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so if you're burning and you swap to the back and then you get shot with an arrow, the burn doesn't hit. you got to be in the front line, right?
Right.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
So swapping becomes kind of more important at that point.
Right.
Yeah. And so what is the ninja's new move? What is that again? It's the miasma bomb. What does that do?
Miasma bomb. So what that does, let me just read it to you here. So create a miasma, which I don't know what that is, which poisons the enemy. Where was it? Which poisons the enemy front line whenever they switch and at the end of each turn. And it lasts 3 turns in stacks. So anytime that it takes down, or at the end of each turn, or if you swap, an extra stack of that poison is going to get added on while the miasma is active.
Oh. So no swapping.
No
And that's
swapping.
10. It's 10 damage.
Well, so it adds a stack, so it adds
Yeah.
another 10 damage. So
it
if you
would be
swap
another 10, yeah.
and at the end of the turn, you get 20 then.
Mm-hmm.
Miasma, noun, a highly unpleasant or unhealthy smell or vapor.
So is that
Use in a sentence. A miasma of stale alcohol hung around him like gas. Miasma.
been there? Been there.
Can you
That
country
wasn't
of origin, please?
I don't know.
And
Because
it-
usually the question is, can you use it in a sentence in the spelling bees? But you just did that for me.
Greek.
wow. And that's going to hit you every single time, right? No matter where you are. Every round.
The
For 3
miasma, it's
The 10 hits you.
poisons the enemy front line whenever they switch or at the end of each turn. So if you do
Got it.
switch, or if a guy dies, it would then affect the next front line that kind of comes in.
Okay. I love it.
Oh, and you killed my.
I thought you'd be swapping out.
Probably should have.
Dark Knight is down.
All right.
Oh, that was my guy.
Well, he didn't.
Ninja hits pretty hard though. Do I have 2 poison stacks or
That's
just
funny.
one?
The wings are there.
You have 3 poison stacks on you.
Oof.
Yeah, the wing. That's a little glitch there.
Yeah. Yep. I noticed that earlier too. Fun. I'm
What do
loving
you got, guy? What do you got?
I want to use Meteor. But I
Oh
can't
shit! Hold on. Let me switch. To
yet. I don't have enough meter.
All right, good.
I don't think I want to use Retribution yet.
TikTok.
You're probably gonna interrupt.
Down to
I got
20
45
seconds.
I can talk through this as much as I want.
10 seconds.
I'll fireball you.
Let's get
I
that
don't-
beef back to the front line here.
Have
Little
either of
vendetta.
us Oh, did you Vendetta?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right, so you Vendetta. So what that does is it pulls the lowest health hero to the front.
Mm.
And it
And then-
deals like what, 40 damage? Or something
40
like that?
plus the
40
plus the
plus
10
poison.
Plus
poison
he's
stack.
already, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think ninjas are interesting now.
Oh,
Like,
and
I
it's
think
interesting.
they
So
can-
it doesn't just swap those heroes; it rotated everyone. So my wizard's now in the back. Do you see that?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I assumed it would just swap those people, but it just does a full rotation.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Can you go through that again?
Yeah, do that again.
Like
Yeah.
show that again on the screen, yeah. Because I thought the move just brought him
So
forward.
he Vendetta'd, which pulled the thief to the front, but then it rotated my
Oh,
thief and
interesting.
pushed them all back.
Which kind of makes sense, right?
Right.
Because you're not forcing
not
a swap,
swapping.
really. You're
Yeah,
pulling
yeah,
him to the
exactly.
front. And he took him down.
Yeah. He did a lot of damage. He did 125 damage in one turn.
Whew. All right.
So the ninja is good now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
still
like
a little on the squishy side health-wise, but I mean,
Yeah.
no squishier than a priest or a wizard or any of the other casters that you would use midline, right?
Right?
It's going to be it's hypothetically going to be faster too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are you interrupting my meteor?
Yeah.
Or am I going to retribution?
Nah, I interrupted Meteor.
Okay, that's what I figured. I'll meteor. You didn't interrupt it, did you? No, you didn't.
I
That's
told you
a lot
I
of
did.
text. Oh, you did. Shit.
I told you. Why would I lie to you? Come on.
Why would you tell the truth?
Mind games, you know?
I love
And then
it.
you just normal. Well, so you interrupted a normal attack. Why was there so much text? Just because there's so much poison and burning and stuff.
Yeah, I think
Um,
there's a lot of end of turn effects
Yeah,
still.
because then a miasma wore off. Oh, it looks like there's a little. Might have to make note of that. It still shows the burning for the.
It said the wrong name. It said a dead hero, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just
That
throwing
which
that in
makes
bugs
sense.
real
That
quick.
that's a bug.
Okay.
But it
So
still
you-
burned the hero. It just said the wrong thing on the display,
Right.
right? Yeah.
All right. I think my paladin's got 2 turns left, so might as well retribution.
Hold on. I'm getting back to the battle now.
Bob Nothing is in the house. He is a Fight Club legend.
Yeah, he is the father of the weight classes.
Yes.
Weird title.
Oh yeah, because the vendetta. If you
Made it up on the
kill with
spot. So.
You know?
if you kill with vendetta, your attack does double, right? Is that what
Oh,
happens?
very true. Right. I
Getting the
forgot
kill
about
with
that
a vendetta
addition.
is a huge
France, pick
plus.
your move.
Yeah. Sorry.
So if you kill somebody using Vendetta, then the next attack is double?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Really?
Not the
auto
next attack. It's a buff, right?
Oh, good question.
I think
Oh,
it's
God.
next attack.
Oh,
I thought
come
it was
on.
like the auto attack that turn.
Hold on,
Got
let me
it.
read it. So, Vendetta, enemy with least HP is pulled to the front, then deal 40 damage. If this kills the enemy, the user gets plus 100% damage. It doesn't say
Yeah,
limit.
I mean
Wow.
your ninja's still hitting for 86. That can't be normal damage.
So, if you get a Vendetta off, it
Wow.
kills him, then your auto attack in that turn, which you're going to be moving first on probably because a ninja's really fast,
Yeah.
that could be a game ender before they even have a chance to do anything.
Right.
Yep.
I like this.
Especially
Like this
if
a lot.
whoever the former frontline, now midline person. So you bring somebody up, kills him, then that person slides up. Now they're getting that attack with even more damage. That could kill 2 guys and be huge as one turn.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting.
Hmm.
I mean, this is probably a waste of a turn, but I don't want my paladin to die.
You just swap?
I just swapped.
I thought you were going to Retribution.
I wanted to, and then I figured you'd interrupt it.
Mm-hmm.
And my wizard's not as squishy as I thought he would be, so that's good. I was a little concerned about
What
that.
levels you?
Level 8, I think. I think I did 8, 8, 11. All right, so
it's the question probably possible to answer. What's like the average attack? Like auto attack? Like
what
is it-
does Aeroblast do again? I kind of
what
want
is
to
a good
find out.
auto attack. in
Let's
your
just
opinion?
find out.
Well, it should
What's-
say it right there.
80 damage. That's like perfect. That'll kill you.
And what is that?
This is the new like pure move, right?
Yeah. So if you've got a matching primary class and subclass,
Yeah.
there's special abilities that are being created for those heroes.
Yeah, that's
So-
so cool.
So my wizard is a wizard. So
Oh.
his third ability is this thing called Aeroblast that I didn't even bother reading, but apparently it does 80 damage, which is pretty cool.
And it looked like it bumped your speed up too.
Yeah, I think it's meant to be like a glass cannon move. Let me see
Mhm.
if the
Speed
description
and charge by 25%.
Oh, it's not in there because
And if enemy is burning double. Oh wow.
Yeah, increase speed and charge by 25. If they're burning, do double effect and remove the burning. So that's cool.
So if it
Alright.
hits, it increases the speed and charge by 25.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Or like
pretty
the whole
powerful.
rest of the
You
map?
have to interrupt my retribution, but I have to do it in case you didn't do it, because then it would be game over. So I'm gonna fireball you.
Ah, come on. Nah, I didn't interrupt.
No.
No.
Oh, son
I was
of a
kind of
bitch.
gonna let the game die at this point.
Well, I fucked that one up. Nice fierce attack.
Did it get you? It did.
Yeah.
What is it? So this is thief versus wizard.
Wizard.
Yep. We got a good match here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
All right. So you're burning, which is cool. I could interrupt out. That would be the logical thing.
Could
to
you?
do. I could.
Are you that sure of your wizard's attack being better than my thief's? Because thief dexterity, I don't know.
I'm gonna meteor you, because why not?
It's unfortunate for me.
I
You
probably
know,
should have arrow blasted again, but whatever.
Oh,
Oh, did you forget what you did?
yes.
Well,
I could have sworn I fierce attacked, but you
well,
know,
good job.
muscle memory. Just so good at the game that my hands guide me. All right, that's a game changer.
Yep.
You are burned though, so you're gonna tack on a little bit there.
Hmm.
So I'm ahead on health. I
Interesting.
could just play the ability move that if you play your abilities, I'm gonna end up doing just as much damage. So I'll just stay pace with you rather than playing the conservative interrupt.
The charge that you gain from Fireball is very key. At
Yeah.
first, when I saw Fireball, I thought it was a nerf off of Ice Blast.
Ice
And while
Blast.
I do still like Ice Blast, it's really good, especially for when you're trying to charge. It allows you to gain charge from a wizard from the midline. It doesn't have to be in the front line to do it.
So what do you have left for health? You got 42 health left. And I do 39 damage. So I'll interrupt.
Just you got him.
Do I have time to change it? I tried.
You'd have to attempt a skill here. Otherwise, you're dead no matter what.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
That thief's not ready for prime time.
Yeah.
That one in particular, not
Yeah.
thieves in general.
So if the fireball, but the wizard fire thing that replaced Ice Blast,
Yeah.
that hits, what happens again with the meter? One more time?
You get, what is it, 35 meter?
If it hits,
Yeah, you
you
get a
get
little boost.
35 meters.
If enemy is already burning, you get 35 charge. So my first
so it's already
fireball
burning.
won't do
Okay.
anything to the meter, but if I keep fireballing you throughout the entire match, I'll gain 35 charge every time another fireball goes
Wow.
off.
But also the thing with Fireball, it doesn't stack. Burning,
Right.
I should say, doesn't stack.
Correct.
Poison does, burning doesn't.
Poison will do more damage the number of stacks. Fireball, you'll gain charge if the character's already burning.
Yeah.
Interesting. So if I look up glossary and then
Yeah, so it's glossary and then it's abilities, I believe, is what you're looking for.
abilities,
Is that what you wanted?
or
Oh,
where it shows
it's,
like all the heroes
classes.
moves.
Classes.
Classes, that's it. Interesting.
And they'll all pop up. It's just like shows the depth of this game. There's just so many levels, and there's so many more things he's going to continue to add into it. As we just talked about, like the pure crap classes, there's going to be whole new skill trees kind of built out for those, or skills, not skill trees.
Who knows?
I'm excited to see the ninja, like what the pure ninja would be.
Yeah, so I don't know if he would ever do this, but like we've kicked around a lot of ideas to him. It would be cool if the ninja had a move that attacks ahead of the skills being used. But I guess it is a skill then, so that doesn't really work.
It'd be
But
a
I'm thinking
skill.
like a way to make agility a little bit more impactful.
Right.
To the point where it's like they're so fast that
Well,
they
it'd be
go
cool
ahead of the skills.
as if the skill itself was just another attack, but with agility instead of dexterity. Like it just, well, I don't know if you could change the formula, but you know what I mean? Like add that additional skill, additional stat into the equation of dealing damage. You know?
I do like what Franz is saying though, of like a skill that maybe it's your next 3 turns, your basic attack goes before the opponent's skill turn.
Mm.
Like something
an
that
idea.
could definitely
It's a
work.
thought.
Yeah.
But that was fun, kind of seeing poison in action. Because to be honest, I haven't used it since it was implemented. It's so easy in this game to kind of get stuck with your top 3. It's
Yeah.
like I know who my best heroes are. I like playing with them because they're good. So like you don't want to switch strategies, but
I don't know if this
I'm
is
switching it up.
too much of an alpha drop because it's still very premature, but
Ooh, drop it.
we're talking through and thinking achievements and trying to roll achievements into games and trying to just encourage like different ways for people to play different styles. So we might do like a daily achievement of like win a ranked match with a monk for the day, and you get some kind of perk attached to that achievement.
Nice.
Just encouraging people to continue to play matches as well as switch up your play style and try something a little different too.
Yeah, and we're thinking like the way, and I always bring up Clash of Clans, but like it's when you start any of these mobile games, right? You start a fresh game and you get an achievement for like typing in your name. It's here's a little achievement to make you feel good and keep going. You know, like so a lot at the beginning, and then obviously once you get past that kind of tutorial phase, it gets a little bit more spread out with the achievements and things that actually feel like they were an achievement.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
So what do we want to do as far as like I want to see someone play Grady. How do we do this?
I mean, I would just say who in the chat wants to get up there against Grady?
Who's got a beast team?
Multiple, we'll figure out. But
if any, especially if somebody's got a really strong team, like.
I bet Sir Worm's got some heavyweights that could compete.
Yeah, I bet Sir Worm would be able to throw his weight around.
Sir Worm with the cool comment too. Different game modes. A no holds barred game where all three heroes had access to both skills, class and subclass. That would be interesting, right?
That would be cool.
I think once we're like kind of like set in, and I think we're probably approaching that point where we're kind of set with the way the game is played. It'd be fun to kind of use different modes like that to test out different additions, right? So you can kind of give them maybe a month to like see how they play out. Maybe incentivize people to play in those modes and work as kind of like alpha testers.
Right. This is cool reading through the updated classes where you do / glossary and then options and then classes.
And you can also see it in game info at the top. So it is listed there. Maybe
like
it deserves its own, you know, kind of sidebar channel, but I feel like we've added a bunch lately.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. Like on the pure breeds, especially like so a monk, and I say pure breed meaning subclass, not recessive.
Right.
Okay. The immolation spends all your meter, deal 100 damage per meter, burns yourself.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
That's the monk one.
Let's stop the show. Stop nothing.
Everyone stop.
What?
Did your thief have speed on me?
I won.
If he did,
I won. Thank you, Bob. Always have my back. We all kind of just cast that aside.
Wait, what? No, I thought he had like a.
So
did we not even watch the finish?
So I think we both. I didn't die.
No,
I was taken down to 1 health, and so we both auto attacked in the last move because we were both looking away.
Did this time out?
Wow.
It timed out on both of us because we were both on different screens.
You had
That's
1 health?
fantastic. That's fantastic. That's why, because I saw Bob in the chat kept talking about the match,
right?
And like I was like, why is he so focused?
No, it's over, right? Move on,
great.
Bob. Move on. Nope.
That's great.
Your thief had 1 health, and we didn't even watch the end of the match.
Oh,
that's
awesome. You're squishy
hilarious.
wizard.
That looks like he's dead.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That was 1 health.
No way.
That thief is cut out for prime time. I said he wasn't before.
Literally
he
1
proved me
left.
wrong. Bob, do you want to get up here, play Grady?
Hey, Bob. Yeah. Who wants to play me? Let's do it. So
in the future, maybe we'll like get people set ahead of time. We didn't really plan this out very well.
Winging it.
Oh man.
Well, I think that's the point of what we should say here. The whole point of this stream, other than to get to chat with Grady, is that we want to start doing some weekly like fight nights like this, where we kind of highlight some new stuff or mess around with some classes. So we're going to be doing it pretty regularly. are we gonna put like official day on it or
we
I
were
don't know.
originally thinking Sunday
Schedules are
nights,
tough.
Yeah, exactly.
but then
Depends
this
who's
week
playing
happened,
Sunday
so-
Night Football.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, right.
playoffs
guys-
So
are coming up.
What
I
we'll
don't know.
try to do is we'll get better. Looks like I don't have access, so I'll ask Connix to get access. But we'll build an events calendar in
Right,
the
yeah, that'd
Fight
be cool.
Club. So just so you guys can see what night of this week Fight Club's going to be. Because like we'll know a couple days in advance what we're planning. Most likely it's going to be Sunday nights or Tuesday nights based on how our schedules work.
Got it. Yeah, so I can also play. I could just show everybody AI and how easy it is, and I'll just be able to predict what they're gonna do.
Ooh, yeah, I'd love to see that.
That
Yeah.
works. We can make it seem harder than it is, maybe. Like, whoa, didn't
I was
expect
surprised.
that.
I was surprised to hear that Pouring said he was afraid of AI. He's like, I haven't done any. Like,
Well, the
Really?
heavyweights, the highest level, I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
no,
was.
I would
There's
love
some
to.
monster teams up there.
I want to bump into. There's not a whole lot though. I want to bump into that. I've only played that Dread Knight level 20 once. I want to play him again, baby. Okay, Bob says he doesn't want to play. So Monk, this immolation thing looks super cool. If I'm sharing my screen,
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, give him control.
yeah. So let's see. Can I zoom in or does it zoom it out?
This card's tough to zoom in on.
Yeah.
It's easier with OBS. Oh,
Yeah.
all right, there you go.
Did that? Okay, that zoomed it.
Yeah, that's pretty good
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. So this immolation, it spends all your meter, deals 100 damage per meter, burns self.
Oh,
Isn't that hilarious?
that's great
That's great.
because
I
yeah,
saw a move like that a while back. I remember.
What'd you say?
Yeah. And then this arrow blast that we already talked about, it deals 80 damage, increases users' speed and charge by 25%. That's
a
big.
good chunk. Yeah.
And if enemy is burning, double effect and remove burning. Wow. Okay. And then the thief acid spray. Poison the enemy front line, then double their poison stacks.
That could be crazy.
Yeah. So
I guess
just
it's
like
insane
Franz
level.
was saying, I already had 3 stacks on me. So that would go from 3 to 4, then 4 to 8. Now I'd be taking an additional 80 damage every single turn, which would be wild.
It makes thieves not only playable but dangerous.
Yeah.
If you can keep them alive, because then it still comes back to the squishiness.
Yeah. And so
I forget who I played, but I think it was Tad, and he was testing out a knight combination. So he knocked my thief back to midline, and then I kept poisoning him from midline. Like thief might actually be an interesting midline hero. We're so used to thinking them as melee heroes, but the way the abilities work, it doesn't like they basically can play as a caster.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Huh.
Parry is a new move too, and I think it really makes the knight interesting.
Right.
Ignore auto attack damage.
So you're not going to get the auto attack damage that turn, plus 35 charge if enemy did a fierce attack.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's tough though because that's using a skill that automatically is only going to do your auto attack damage, right? There's no possible even way that they're going to do damage.
And that's where I feel like the knight needs to be buffed. And I said,
Well,
nerfed.
I mean, yeah.
I meant buffed on one of my videos. I said nerfed, but I meant buffed.
Oh.
But anyways, yeah, I feel like the knight needs some love because the knight is like, no one wants to use the knight. If they do use the knight, you're going to get your ass kicked usually.
Right.
Feels like, how's that feel? I mean, maybe
Yeah.
I know there's real strategical times.
And that's one of those, like, you almost need to build the team around it because it's all about positioning. So it's really meant to be like a really good counter for like a sage, a wizard, or priest mid, that all you're trying to do is pull that wizard or priest to the front line and then lock them into the front line from there.
Yeah.
So it's very specific counter, but against most heroes, I'd say it's definitely weaker.
Yeah, I feel like we're showing the thief a lot of love. I think the ninja. I'm very excited about that vendetta, especially Yeah, I might try running some for Baby Cup before that tournament gets here and see how. I mean, because getting a Baby Cup hero under 40 health and then using Vendetta, I mean, that could
Man,
be a game winner.
that is game changer. And like it makes me, I almost said this earlier. I was thinking maybe even having like 3 ninjas almost.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be the fastest and they never know which to interrupt. So that's such a big advantage. And I'll show you right now, Thief in the front line with a super badass archer in the back line is just dynamite.
Ooh, okay.
But it's not super ideal in a lot of cases, but especially for AI, it is. Okay. And then Summoner's got new stuff. I like this chain lightning thing. And then what is overload? I don't get it. So half user's HP.
So the person who casts the spell, so the summoner in this case, is that maybe the summoner sub gets overload and that's why I wrote user's HP? I would think it would get chain lightning though.
So think of chain lightning. Every time you use it, it's going to be on cooldown for a move. So you can only use it every other turn.
Yeah.
Then if you use overload, you can now use chain lightning every single turn. You can. There's no longer a cooldown there.
Is it for
but it's the user's HP that's confusing the way it's written a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's meant to be. So who casts the overload is what he's saying. So since the summoner's casting the overload, it's the user's HP. And
So
that
what
can
is-
Right,
definitely
it's
be
not the
rephrased.
teams.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's not like your entire team takes 50% damage.
And
but if his
it's not like
subclass has a metered move,
Correct.
that's a good
If
point.
you've got
That'd be
like a
cool.
summoner
or
with
not
a
metered, but like a good move.
yeah,
And it's
cleave
2
or
meters.
something. Right.
So basically you're halving the other, you're basically cutting the other guy's HP, his health in half.
I think you're cutting the summoner's health in half.
Oh, his
Yes.
own health.
So it's meant to be like a glass cannon move of like you're making the summoner super squishy, but now he's going to do a lot more damage.
Well,
He did say he didn't love it.
oh,
But if you can pair the summoner with a priest, AP nailed it. If
I
you
get
can
it.
heal your summoner back, now he's beefed up and can cast a bunch of abilities for the rest of the
well, I
match.
guess that was the question I think the AP is asking is, are you taking 50% of your damage, or are you literally changing the health total?
Having the health.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if
If
you had
have
100
hit
health,
points,
you're
you
going to
now
go from 100
roll
health
to
to 50
hit
health.
points? Or is it just he loses 50 hit points?
He loses 50 hit points.
Okay.
I don't think it's a lower cap.
I see what you're saying.
And the advantage to do that is that you can just do chain lightning every single move, every round.
Exactly. Yep.
That's the only benefit.
Well, and then
Wow.
whatever your subclass is as well.
Okay. Yeah.
If you're in the front line.
So if you've got a subclass that you like, you can do that every single time too.
Okay.
Summoner's interesting.
Yeah, I like the concept of the summoner. I still just don't. I don't think chain lightning is good enough for that to be
Correct.
worth half my health, unless I'm already low health and half is not a lot. You know.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. So let's do this. Coliseum, baby.
Here
Nice.
we go.
What are we doing?
Right.
Heavyweight.
Yes.
So what do you got for this team comp?
Okay, so I've got this level 12 mythic perilous journey beast with the wizard subclass. Okay, just sitting
Nice.
back here. So I don't use any meter at all because both these guys have cannon.
They're all 0 meter moves. Yeah.
Yeah, and so man.
Wait, scroll back up real quick.
Okay, yeah.
I want to plug that thief into. I want to see the ID or the archer. 123304.
Yep.
I'm just scouting out your team here on the side. Don't
Yeah,
mind me.
yeah. But the best guy on the team is this level 16 legendary perilous journey thief with like 700 and some HP.
Oof. A thief would say, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. He's up there. I've got a level 12 Dread Knight, I think.
Ooh, so this archer's got 19 strength, 43 dex, and
Wow.
28 agility.
Yes. And it doesn't. What's his luck? Isn't he pretty good on luck?
Lux 24, intelligence 25, because that half the intelligence factors into that attack
Yeah.
score too.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm on the ADFK site, so I could just put them into Fight Club
Okay.
section.
So I'm up against, like, this team's going to be easy, even though it's a level 11 rare knight. And then level 10 uncommon sage, level 11 wizard. And so what's going to happen if I use a skill and I do Viper Strike? It'll probably interrupt. It almost always does. And I'm the type that I don't like to try and interrupt the other guy very. Okay, it did.
Oh, you got it off.
Yes. And my fierce attack, though, is so jacked. Oh, he did a shield slam. You didn't get to see my fierce attack on the one that got pushed back. Okay, and I need to do full screen, don't I?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, I'll go ahead and play it. So, okay, the fierce attack of this guy is like 100. Now, one question I had too.
He shield slams you again, so there he is in the front.
Yeah. So it pulled my mid guy. He's my level 14 rare thief. And he's good, obviously, but it's nothing compared to this one. And the nice thing about having him in the second row, too, is I can cannon barrage if I'm dying and I need to. And then I can use heal for this guy because he's a priest.
Okay.
Okay. So then I like to stack. So if I try and stack the Viper Strike.
So your big game plan is get as much poison on him as possible, so that when you do that fierce attack that's already kind of beefy, it's just adding that much more damage.
But
so quick matches. I like it.
Right. But now I normally wouldn't have. I've kind of evolved to where normally I'll just do a fierce attack there. But I just want to show you, yep, he interrupted me. And okay, now once his health gets around, he might even swap by now, but probably one more go. So let's try another Viper Strike. Oh, interesting. Oh, because I got shield slammed.
Yep.
Okay. So okay. One question I had too is
we lost Maddie, by the way. I'm not sure when that happened, but
what's that?
I'm surprised
go
we're still
on.
alive. Yeah.
No, sorry, Maddie left. I just didn't know when that happened, but keep going. You were in a rhythm. My mistake.
Yeah. So one thing with fierce attack, and maybe just your regular attack, why does the damage change? Like,
so it is within. I think is it 5% up or down from the actual damage number?
I want to say it's a 10% bound, right? 5% in both directions.
So yeah, so your damage, I'm just going to use your archer because I have that pulled up. So your damage on your archer is 77. So I believe it could go either 5% higher than that 77 or 5% lower.
Oh, and it's just like a random
little RNG added in there.
RNG. Okay, interesting. So
he's loving that shield slam, man.
Oh, I know. So that's where the AI needs some work. Like, now, sometimes the Sage and stuff will use lightning here and there, but they don't optimize their move. Now here on out, since I've got a stack of Viper Strikes, he's going to try and swap either this round or the next round for sure, like 100% without question. So
yeah, because the AI is seeing that poison.
So the backstab is such a dope move. Now, he did give me cooldown. So on the next turn, which I don't think I've got enough to kill him here. Let's see. Okay, he didn't try and swap that time. Okay, there's a tune. See, now my beast man is still is back in the front.
That attune would have been better as a heal there if he waited a turn to use it.
Right.
Because that's the cool thing about the attune. It's 100 damage, I believe, on odd turns.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
And 100 health to your front line on even turns.
Yep.
And
You
the
got it.
problem with the team comp that you're facing against of like you get his knight down, he's now got a sage and a wizard who are both low HP heroes. So you'll be able to cut through them pretty quick.
Yeah. Okay. I'm really shocked that he didn't try and swap that time.
Yeah.
Okay. So this next time, 100% chance, unless Konex did another update or something.
He's catching on to you.
He's going to try and swap, probably to the back.
Hey, Konex is a competitive guy, so he might have heard you saying how easy the AI was and said, all right, I'm going to show Grady.
Ah, I love it. I'm going to keep going with backstab. It's just such a perfect setup here for AI. Because I've got, wow, he didn't. Something changed.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
All right, here we go.
I don't know how many. I've done a lot, and I can tell you 100% of the time he tries to swap there.
Yeah.
All right, you still got him though, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Job
knight's
well
down,
done.
so you
It's
should
like
be able to
not
cut
even
through.
close. You see how easy it is? So what I'll do is I already know what's going to happen. I'm to the point to where I don't even have to, it's funny.
So
Like,
is this
I
meteor coming
see
at you,
through it,
or
like,
is he going to interrupt you again?
He might. So I'll just show you. Like I'll get interrupted 7 times in a row sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah. And even when I try and switch it up with my guys. Now, the reason why I'm not getting interrupted is because before I hopped on the video with you guys, there it is. There it is. Before I hopped on the video with you guys, I started doing a bunch of fierce attacks like crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it probably has some kind of smart learning based off what I do most of the time. I think.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. So because if I do the same thing every time, it'll just right off the bat start interrupting me.
Right.
Okay, so this front guy got 20. Okay, and for 2 more turns, all these guys have their little fire badge.
Yeah, I'm loving the tags that he put on there.
Yeah, and so this is a poison tag. This is fire.
Yeah,
and he's got 2 turns left.
And if you notice too, all 3 of your heroes are burned, but only your front thief took that burning damage.
That's right. So with burning, it's only the front period. Even if he did an aimed shot or something and hit a back guy, wouldn't burn him. Exactly. But the front guy would still burn.
Yep.
Whereas with poison, it only affects if you're actually hit.
Right.
Right. Or so healed.
Yeah. And so it makes sense if you're poisoned to try and move, unless that ninja poison gets you. Because you don't want to move then, for sure. Interesting. That's so wild that it didn't swap.
I love it. Yeah, he was talking about the AI earlier. So maybe he made some quick changes. But it's one thing that a lot of people have been saying is that they don't use a lot of skills, that they end up, the AI has all this meter saved up and has opportunity to use those skills and doesn't. So I think that was something he was trying to tick up a little bit. So
yeah, I love it. Yeah, and that's another thing. The AI does a lot of fierce attacks at weird times. Okay, so let's see, is damage.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, to kind of defend Konex a little bit, not that we're ragging on him or anything, but he put this AI together very quickly, and there were definitely some things that, but like he's fixing them all, and I'm almost scared at what the AI is going to look like in a month or so when it becomes sentient and takes over the game itself. But you got it.
Damage. Boom.
There we go.
Yeah, and then he's going to keep trying to swap too. He'll keep trying.
So backstab's the perfect move to have against the AI.
Yes, it's like a perfect combo, because in backstab normally would do 80 there, you bring him back, but because he had 2 stacks, he got 100 plus he gets jacked again.
So you finding that when they swap and they're unsuccessful because of that, they just try to swap again the next turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Watch. I'll do it. That's why I did backstab again. It's going to happen. Unless he got in there and made it. I'm 100% of the time. Like.
Yep. There it is.
There it is. Yeah.
Bring it back and see you later.
And I'm not saying anything to dog Konex at all. Zero.
Oh, no, of course not.
Talking here's how we can win the tickets, right?
Right.
And really make it well worth your money. Because
I am making notes of everything you say, though, so to tell him, like, hey, here are the things
We'll
you
do
need to adjust.
the Grady counter adjustments.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And so I've done, I wonder how many matches I've done.
Yeah.
I probably spent, let's see, getting close to 500 crystal, maybe. And I've lost one match.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're doing the 11 crystal matches, so that's right around 50 matches or so.
Mm-hmm.
Delay asking, do meter attacks still require meter with overload? I believe they do. But the summoner, but it affects the summoner, right? So unless the summoner has a subclass attack that costs a meter, it wouldn't really come into play with them.
Correct, because chain lightning's no meter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so it actually costs 2 meter to use his overload. That's why I was like, huh.
Yeah, I think might make sense to change that to 1 meter.
But also none of us have played with summoners,
Correct.
so we might need to get in there with one. I have a summoner ninja that I like a lot that I might need to get in there. I'm a big fan of those advanced subclasses, specifically ninja subclass on casters.
Yeah,
because it gives them that added speed. So been collecting them.
Actually, if you got a paladin with a summoner subclass, that could be interesting.
Paladin with the summoner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you could have your retribution with no cooldown.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, wait. So, but summoner, does the subclass get chain lightning or does it?
Yeah, that I don't know.
I think it gets the chain lightning, right?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And notice how he just keeps interrupting me. When he could have.
Yeah, he's up to 7. He's up to 7 meter. Like he should be letting it rain on you right now.
That's right. That's right. So, but I'm kind of just doing it to show you,
right?
Like normally, and so I can breeze through a match in like 1 minute.
Nice.
I'll do another match and just breeze through it real quick and show you how I do it.
Nice.
And it's fun. It's funny. Okay, that time just a fierce attack, right? So that's a weird time to do a fierce attack.
Right.
At this point, he doesn't have too many options, though.
Right.
Like, yeah, he could use a meteor, but that full draw
you might
should
as
do it.
well, right? So it's over. Game over. Looks like
1875. We got to ask Konix how high this ELO score goes. It might be like, like a Y2K situation.
When do you break
where it's not ready to switch over?
Yeah. So what did that take me up to on my ranking?
1875.
Okay, so I got like 3 points, right? Okay.
Or I just said yes there. I don't know. I didn't see it.
I think it was last one I saw. I gained 3 was all. Okay.
Yeah. As you're higher, it progresses less because also the teams you're playing, none of the AI teams have that high. The highest AI team ranking right now is 1580.
Yeah. And I think it might make sense. So I don't know. So we're thinking about the seasons, right? I don't know if it makes sense to have like a focused weight class for a season. Like I was thinking like, all right, this season, the focus is going to be light heavyweight, right? To kind of get everyone playing the same spot.
Yeah, maybe that's just for the achievements that if people want to play their heavyweights, they still can, but we'll do an achievement or some kind of incentive around the light heavyweight weight class for this season.
Well, I was thinking like that would be where a prize would come from, right? Because then we're not giving prizes for all 5 at the end of a season, which could get a little daunting. Focus in one spot. All right, so what do we got here?
Yeah, I'm just breezing through it.
I don't know, Stark.
So he's the number 2 AI team right now.
Yeah, he just fierce attacked.
Yeah.
Who's the number
for
2
heavyweight?
Stark, yeah.
Really?
It's Pawpaw then Stark.
Interesting.
That goon front class probably does a lot of damage to people. I'm sure that's one of him a couple matches.
Yeah, did we check? Could you check when this turn's done? Scroll up and let's see the levels and stuff that we're working with here.
Okay, I want to say it was like 11, 12, 12.
Okay. Yes. There's 2 level 12s. This one is a little tougher. And so I fought all these guys multiple times. The only one I haven't fought multiple times, like Guy Kid, I fought your team, Franz, all you guys. It's so fun. I love it when I see Neindorf and Raph and you guys.
That's what we were saying the other night to Bolin. We need to get the team members to put AI teams in. If I could beat Frisky Fox's team, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Even if he does a baby weight team or something, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, just throw something in. Just pick 3 guys real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't have to be.
Because
great.
hasn't he not leveled up his Gen 0? Isn't his Gen 0 still level 1? Or did I make that up?
I saw it questing today when I was in the. I'll check right now.
Wow. So, and notice here, he's just doing a bunch of fierce attacks.
No, it's level 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Free to
Okay,
far
there's the swap. There it is. I was expecting it. Boom, he's toast. Should be
yeah,
toast.
and once you get this Dragoon down, the rest of the team, little on the squishier side, should be okay.
So that's where you get a big advantage playing against AI, even though they get to where they're like masters at interrupting you. That's like their only upside.
Yeah. So as far as AI team construction strategy, I've been working on something here. It's not, I'm not the top light heavyweight team anymore, but I was for a little while. I think Coring is now. But there are a few ahead of me. I picked all hero classes with skills that buff that class, right? So I have a pirate with the subclass of a Dark Knight. So it's got that Dark Pact, it's got Plunder. I have a Berserker that has Battle Cry, and a Dragoon, just throw some beef in there at the end. So my goal, my thought process was like, with the AI, maybe it's not using skills at the right time, but it's using skills that stick around with those buffs. Right. So maybe I get lucky and it just beefs them to the point where the other team can't handle it. I don't know, but it's something I'm playing around with.
Yeah, interesting. I need to strategize mine a little more because I haven't. Yeah.
I'm more interested in those rankings than in the PvE rankings because, as you were saying, right now with the AI, we can all beat them. But getting an AI that wins, that's what I'm interested in. And I was talking to Konix about a way or a place that we can display the leaderboard teams, because I see somebody at the top of the leaderboard. I want to know what they're working with. Like, how'd they get up there?
Interesting. So, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a good thought, because I'm wondering if the team, the DeFiKingdoms team, will be concerned about the tickets if this is too easy.
Well, I mean, we're still, it's not paying out it's paying out at a rate that I think they're comfortable with, and it is being purchased from them at a certain rate. So like, I think to a certain extent, they're like, all right, you know, here's the rate, you guys are good. But you're right. I think we need to get to a place where the AI is a little bit more competitive. But, you know, like I said, he's actively working on it. I think we're going to get there soon.
I love it. Yeah, I know. There's no doubt in my mind that Konix won't work his magic and make it happen, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
There it is. There's that bomb thing. But you can see how easy this is. And so when you play a bunch, you get to where you can just look real quick at what they did and then go right to the next move, because you already kind of know how it's going to play out.
Right. You know what their move's going to be.
And I can breeze through these as fast as this thing can load. I'm breezing.
I think we also should kind of side note this. You got jacked heroes. So that's right. What we need is more whales to put AIs in, so that you're coming up against, and you'll probably still be able to handle them, but that's another way we can make it a little tougher on you.
Right. There is 2 other teams that have given me a run for my money. And the one that has a level 20 monk that starts right in the front. That monk is a jacked mother effing monk. So just getting him killed is a beast.
I feel for the people that leveled to level 20 already, because while in duels, I'm sure that has an advantage, and they've had some utility with it there. But to kind of rush to that, and then now all their quests, they're not gaining any experience on them. It's brutal, So
That is brutal.
hopefully learning about this game will give them a little bit more insight into other ways that they can have utility for those level 20s.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking that too. I feel for them because they spent a lot of money on all those stand pots, man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's definitely reflects in the value. Like when you look at, I was just looking at the tavern. Check these bad boys out. Like these guys are tempting. I know, right?
Level 13. Okay.
Yep. And
nice.
They're both fishers. This one's level 12, but this one actually is, look at that agility.
Yeah. I would. Well, the strength's only at 12 though.
I know, right?
It's 50% on a ninja, if I remember correctly. It should be higher than that.
Yeah, it is. It's 50. So that I know. I thought that, how is a level 12 ninja only have 12 strength?
It's brutal.
And then like this isn't a bad deal. Like if I wasn't broke, getting this mining legendary Dreddy. Yeah, purple 62.
Yeah, you were looking at Dread, weren't you?
Yeah, okay.
Not a specific one, but weren't you talking about the possibility of getting in the Dread game?
Once upon a time. I really want to. I love most of the heroes I own, I've summoned.
Okay.
So, like, I really want to summon a Dread. But I don't. It's tough. If I summon a Sage or a Dragoon, like, you can sell those summons for so much and just make your money back. Yeah. So it's hard not to list.
When you say sell the summons, you mean like
rent your summons?
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, due to that, I think I've only attempted a Dread maybe once.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. And so you're better off just buying one probably.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I mean, it does help if there's an extra incentive like the raffle.
Right.
Raffle. And I thought I was going to do more. I was planning on doing a bunch, but what happened was I was so hung up on what I was going to do with dark summoning.
Yep.
It's like paralysis through analysis.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't do, I mean, I still did like 270 summons and didn't win a Gen 0.
I'm rooting for you in the Siege Jewel raffle to make up for that.
So that's tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so tomorrow, big day. We got 3:30. Is that the time right? 3:30 Eastern. We have the AMA, and then are they going to do the Gen 0 raffle right after that?
Based on how that timing works, that seems right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And the other thing, so again, in typical Bogside fashion, not prepared, but we do have a hero to give away. So Effects on YouTube, Tadfex on Discord was nice enough the other night to give us a common pirate. I don't know why I highlight common just now, but a pirate with an elite ability. So we gave it away, and after 3 days and multiple messages, the winner has not claimed it. So we want to give it away again, and I'm pulling it up now. I don't know if one of you can think of a trivia question quickly or what the best way to do this is. I'm going to pull this up from AP here. Tad is the man because it's true.
Yes.
So.
All right. So we're going to do a trivia question. We're going to need
Fight Club related?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? We're going to need your Discord ID. So make sure you have your Discord ID typed in the message when you send the answer as well. I mean, there's only 17 of you, so I doubt there's bots lurking around, but who the hell knows? So that being said,
wait, I'm going to grab the screen quick and
take it.
Show off this. And it is a level 1. So
bald pirate.
Very bald pirate. Gen 6, so this was a failed attempt of something, I think.
That he was like, please get out of my wallet.
Yeah. So it's got a lesser enhancement on the deck. So it's got 13 decks. Let's throw this into the Fight Club section.
And it's got it's got that elite ability too, which
seems
like
very elite ability.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah,
elite ability, baby. Okay. because
Did
they
you
were
break the
talking about that on
DFK
the show
website?
last night with Pervy Sage, baby.
Yeah.
The
Oh
ability-
yeah, I saw Starbark was trying to pluck some alpha out of him.
Yeah, there was a little bit. You know, he said it's better a Transcendent or a hero with 2 elites.
So this is a solid Fight Club hero for the Baby Cup too. It's 26 damage, 27 speed, which is high for a pirate or for anyone really, and 152 health. So it's good. And then after the Baby Cup, start leveling it up and get that elite ability ready to go.
And you were just on Adventures in DFK in the Fight Club section.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's something that we should highlight here.
Yeah, because I've never even gone on there. Wow.
So one thing I want to mention to Neindorf is maybe putting a link like right up here somewhere where it says like maybe a button right next to it, like show in Fight Club. But you go to home, DFK Fight Club, and you type it in there. And you can have a team of 3 showing, and it shows you these are the Fight Club stats, not the hero card stats. And it shows you what skills you have there.
Yeah.
So
That's
super helpful.
awesome.
I pull this up before every match in the tournaments for my opponent's team, and for my team too
Genius.
sometimes. So I see who's faster, because you only have
Genius.
45 seconds late game.
Right. And you got to think quick. That's one thing with Fight Clubs. You got to be thinking quick. Wow. How is Neindorf doing, by the way? I hope he's doing all right.
He seems to
I
be
still
hanging
feel
in
for
there.
him
He's
getting
doing some
back.
development for the Fight Club tourney. So
Okay. Good. Good. We love you, Neindorf. Give Neindorf some tips and love on this tool and stuff, because he got hacked. The man got hacked. We need to love on him.
Send them some tips. Without this tool, none of us would. It'd be very difficult to find advanced abilities. We might not have found. I found out about them originally from Neindorf and Raph's podcast back when they were in their early days, talking episode 3 or 4. They were like, yeah, there's something in the code that's buried deep about advanced abilities. They sounded like they weren't even sure how real it was, but that was the first time I remember going to Guy, Kid, and Maddie and being like, guys, this is big. Like, you got to listen to this, you know? So, pioneers, those two.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I love it.
Do we have a
It
trivia
does.
question?
So Vibes just hopped in.
No, that's not. I got him.
He's got another hero.
Yeah.
Cool.
I actually didn't notice that he hadn't replied either. Otherwise, I would have been saying giveaway 2 right now.
All right. So we've got these pure hero moves in Fight Club. If you are a primary class priest with a subclass priest, what is that pure move?
Okay. Repeat one more time.
So we've got a priest
Yeah.
with a subclass of priest.
Okay.
There's a special ability you get for having a matching subclass. What is that special ability?
I love it. So we're looking.
Oh, I do know this one actually.
We're looking at the chat.
And chat's like on your lovely 10-second delay. And of course, AP and Bob Nothing pretty much tie.
Oh,
But
wow.
from what I see on my side, I see Mr. Aaron Price coming in first
Me too.
with Battle Blessing.
Which, by the way, I face AP all the time in his AI team.
Bogside intern a little late there, but working on it.
Appreciate the participation. Congrats.
So congrats, AP, as if he needed another good hero. It's kind of bullshit. Let's just new trivia question. What do you think? No, I'm kidding.
Hey, as
congrats,
long as it's
AP.
not Corey, we're good.
That was
AP,
a good one.
text me your or Discord message me your wallet, and I'll send that over. Congrats, and make sure you give a shout out to Tad. He is the man you said earlier in chat. So it's very nice of him to be giving that pirate away.
Oh, that was Tad's pirate.
Yeah, so it was Tad's pirate. Sorry if I didn't mention it. So
yeah, you did. You did.
Effects on YouTube, and for the longest time I was like, who's this effects guy? So, oh, that's Tad, you know.
Right.
So yeah.
And he's got his own. Did you guys know that he's got his own channel and he's got like 17 or 18,000 followers?
What?
Yeah, and he does like Madden gaming.
Oh, no way.
And I was like, dude, you got to do some DeFiKingdoms on there.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's got the following. Just pepper it in between plays, you know?
Yeah.
Long play clock. Just start talking DFK before the next one. No, that's cool. That's
give
cool.
Him a shout. Give him a follow on his channel. Yeah, baby.
Awesome. All right, so I think that wraps us up. We've been going for about an hour 40 here. Grady, thank you for hopping on. It will not be the last time. We're gonna have you back soon. And for myself, Guy Kid, and Maddie, who Irish goodbye about an hour ago, this has been another edition of Bogside Chats. Thanks, everybody.
You guys are awesome. Can't wait to have you guys on as well. We've said that like 50 times.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
no, we got to do
We'll
it.
make it
soon.
happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I love you guys. We'll
All
see
right.
you.
See you
Okay,
guys.
Do you have the ability to cut it? Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Right on, guys. All right. Guy Kid, you're awesome. Love you, man. I played your
Thanks, man.
AI team like 5 times too. Probably.
Nice.
I love it. Okay, man. We'll see you.
Good catching up. Have a good night.
You too. Okay. Bye-bye.
See ya.